At the age of 27, I was involved in a motor vehicle accident. Mentally and physically, I was just done. I don't know where I would be without paralyzed veterans.
Winston Woodard III, Paralyzed Veterans of America.
My job as a service officer is to ensure these veterans have what they need to thrive.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Do you ever feel that life is just way too overwhelming?
Do you ever feel like life just gets in the way?
Or how everyone else makes it look so easy and you just can't figure it out?
All the time. And if this sounds like you, then grab a seat, get a cup of Joe or a glass of Merlot, and join the two broads from Boca as we discuss life and those taboo topics that you only talk about behind closed doors.
It is time to open those doors, embrace yourself, and take your power back.
So give us a call at 888-565-1470 and ask those unspoken questions.
Or simply just share an idea.
Oh my God. Hello. We are live and we are here and we're going to have fun tonight, I think, a little bit.
We always have fun.
We do. I have to tell you, the crazy train has been all around me today. Got crazy karma going on. Crazy.
Moving through your house. Welcome to Two Broads from Boca. I am Dawn Grauber with...
I am Dr. Amy Schreibman.
Dr. Amy Schreibman.
Who has something in her eye. No, I do.
Something in your eye,
Yes.
something crazy train.
Crazy train. I have enough glitter in my hair that I look like the Christmas tree from Rockefeller Center.
Have you noticed that when you get your roots done and they miss the whole strand, so your roots are now dark, but somehow the silver, the glitter just keeps growing?
I don't
But the
get
root
this.
is brown? What is that?
I'm just saying, I never had gray
Honestly.
until...
You had children.
No, until the doctorate thing, it sprouted. And now teaching these students, they're killing me. So I'm sorry, girls, but you are. But in a good way. But yeah, crazy. This has been the craziest day ever. If I was still menstruating, this would be the day that I got my period.
Fabulous.
That's all I can tell you.
Thank you.
That's what they would be like.
Thank you. Oh, another shout out to Warner Bros.
Yes, Warner
though.
Bros. Who
Got
should
another
really
one?
sponsor us.
Thank you, Warner. It feels really nice and soft.
Isn't
although
that
it
pretty?
looks quite large for me.
It's like
Thank
a
you.
yarmulke.
It
for
feels
her
really
boob.
nice.
Isn't
It's
it
the
pretty?
padding.
I love that. I don't need padding, but I really enjoy it on their
Cloud9.
bras.
I must say the electrician is here. Our engineer is here at the studio trying to
He
flip our
enjoyed that.
switch.
He's in.
trying to flip our switch to FM.
to have
come
the
on,
flip
just flip the
switch.
switch. Do you understand that this is a literal switch that just has to be flipped for us to go 95.3?
It doesn't take much for me either.
But hopefully 95.3 is coming. Our antenna's up. We're ready to go.
My
We just
antenna's
need the
always
engineer- Her antenna's up. She just needs her switch flipped.
Always.
You know what? There's just no way to clean that up.
Good times.
Anyway,
It was
thank
meant
you,
to be
Warner.
dirty.
Thank you, Beasley, for getting us FM, which we will
Yes,
soon be
we
on.
love you so much. Thank you.
Hopefully, the crazy train. There's a literal train running behind me right now.
Right behind us.
Yes.
Right behind us.
It's
a
kind of
lovely
shaking
train.
the whole place. Did you have a good week?
I did. How was your week?
Week was good.
You're busy.
It's been a long week. It's only
always-
Wednesday.
You know, we see each other usually on Monday or Tuesday. Lately, it's been Tuesdays, and later in the day, we haven't gone to our place. We need to try to it up a little bit.
We'll do that.
But it from Tuesday to today, it seems like an eternity.
Do you know
I
when
don't
you're
know
tired
why.
on Tuesdays? You know that's a problem. At Tuesday night, when you're tired and you know you've got the rest of the week, it's not even, it's Friday. We still got a week to go.
I'm never not tired. That's the sad thing. So I get it. I totally get it.
We have an
tired
idea,
is different.
though. We may be working with that new bagel place. Here's my idea. Bagels and bikinis.
Well, that won't be happening on my
How
end.
much fun would that be? Honestly, we can all come.
Bagels and burgers, maybe. But
Bagels and bikinis, right? Would that bring the
I want
audience
to wear
in?
my coat when I go to the beach. She wants me to wear a bikini. I'll wear 2 bagels here.
Right?
Yeah,
It'd
we
be
could
cute.
have-
We could have, maybe Warner wants to design a bra for us with bagels.
Crazy train driving right through.
Welcome to my world. The crazy train is
Crazy
here.
train driving right through. Well, anyway, speaking of crazy trains,
Tell them where they can find us
Where?
on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Go to our Facebook page. You know that. You're watching us now. No, but we're Two Broads from Boca, the number 2. You can go to our website at twobroadsfromboca.com, or you can come on the radio, 1470 WWNN. Hopefully, we were supposed to be FM today, but we're not.
And give us a call, 888-565-1470.
Yes. Now, speaking of crazy train, as I was saying, sometimes things in life don't always go the way we want it. We all know that. We've all been a part of that. And divorce is one of those things. Children issues is one of those things. Personally, you can have my children if you want them because they're on the crazy train. But we have a very interesting guest, and she was very, very funny because I said she's a young mom. She's a young mom. And most people are younger than me, so they're a young mom. And her name is Andrea Cohen, and she's a mediator, but she's also an attorney. So we're going to ask you all about yourself today, Andrea. Say hello to our listeners.
Welcome, Andrea Cohen, family mediator.
Yes, hello. I am Andrea Cohen. I do family mediation. I am a family attorney. However, I have not practiced for a little while. I've been doing guardian ad litem work, and now I am doing mostly family mediation. I am Supreme Court certified, so I've had the training in family mediation.
I was just going to ask you what that meant.
Well, Supreme Court certified is you go through a course that teaches you how to be a mediator, and then you have to jump through a lot of other hoops and do other mediations and practice a lot, and then you wind up getting certified, which I've done. And it's a wonderful career because you really get to help people.
I bet. So what I am a little, because I'm a medical person, and I don't know a lot of lawyers. So what is the difference between using, what things, first of all, does a mediator do? Let's talk about that.
Well, what a mediator is there's two sides, they have a dispute, and a mediator is a neutral person who sits with those people and tries to help them identify what the issues are, help them problem solve, and hopefully come to a resolution of whatever their issues were.
So this is anything that has to deal with family court issues.
Well, there are many different mediators for many different kinds of issues. I exclusively do family.
Okay.
So any issues that would be in family court, that's what I would do, like divorce, timeshare arrangements, parenting plans, relocation of cases of children, different things like that.
Okay.
That's
So
what I
it's
would
the
do.
nuclear family. What if you're having a dispute with your siblings over your parents? Is that so considered family?
That's not going to wind up in family court. That'll be in different arenas depending on what the dispute is.
So as
That's mostly just like nuclear family type of things. You don't have to be married. It could be a paternity issue. It could be just the child issue, but it's the nuclear family.
And you deal with alimony type arrangements as well, or you're just like family, all right, kids can go here for this much time, we're going to separate assets way?
Mediators can mediate. We mediate all of those cases. Anything that would come to me, we would sit down, we'd go over what the issues are, and then try to resolve them one at a time.
I have a question. This is very appealing to me as a person who cares for people. This is very appealing to me because it sounds very civil. And it doesn't sound like, because I have friends that have gone through divorce and have not had such amicable situations. So my question is yours just for amicable situations where things are going well and it's an amicable divorce or amicable situation, or do you also deal with the nasty War of the Roses kind of thing?
I also get the nasty War of the Roses, but my job is to level out their emotions enough to get them to think and get to the point where they can go ahead and be logical and make good decisions, mostly for the benefit of their children, if their children are involved. One of the things that you talk about acrimony, one of the things that people don't know is they think they have to go to court first. They both get attorneys, they go to court, and unfortunately that brings up a lot more emotion because one side's saying things about another side and they go back and forth. But you don't actually have to go at that route. You can do something which is called pre-suit mediation, which is you can find a mediator and you don't ever have to get an attorney. You don't have to do any of that. You can sit down with a mediator and you can come to a resolution and have a marital settlement agreement written up with, if there's children, with parenting plans and all of that, without ever going through the litigation process.
That's
Wow,
so
I did not know
interesting.
that.
So people can just reach out to you directly and say, you know what, things with my husband and I are not working out. Can you help us, without each side hiring an attorney? Do they not need representation, or are you the neutral party that takes care of everyone?
I'm the neutral party, and they don't need representation. Now, as a mediator, I don't give legal advice.
Okay.
But what I do is I can help them see what the issues are. I can point them to forms, their family forms that lay out
more
issues.
paperwork.
Well, you have to do some paperwork because
Okay.
you have to file a
Petition.
you have to file. Well, but you have to
That was
file
a big
settlement.
lawyer word for me.
You have to file a settlement agreement eventually so that you can get the divorce. But it's still, if you just go through mediation and you don't go into litigation, you avoid usually lots of expenditure.
Yeah.
You avoid lots of time because you're not having to run to court all the time, go meet with your attorneys all the time. And monetarily, usually you save a lot of money because you're not paying, you have two attorneys, but it's usually coming out of the same coffers, right? And so you're slowly pulling out the money.
All
and
the
everything.
money.
You know what
Right.
they say? It's cheaper to keep her.
Okay, not heard that one, but
Really? No.
I
All right.
like that.
We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what you do, and saving finances with all of this is
Yeah.
a big thing.
yes.
All right. We'll be right back.
This portion of our show has been sponsored by Edelman, Barron, and Schreibman, MDPA, board-certified physicians in pulmonary, critical care, and sleep medicine. Offices are conveniently located in Boca Raton and Delray Beach, Florida. 561-488-2988.
Know your body, gain control of your health, transform your life. If your body could talk, what would it tell you? At DexaFit, we show you how to take control of your health and fitness to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Hormones, metabolic health, and cardio fitness all play a significant role in your energy levels, sleep quality, and overall well-being. With our proven methods of measure, track, and discover, we show you how your body composition, cardio fitness, and metabolic health compare to your optimal level. At DexaFit, our goal is to help you identify and understand the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals, break through your plateaus, and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy levels, sleep, and weight. Give us a call at 561-923-8833. We are conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. Schedule an appointment online at DexaFit.com. Give us a call, 561-923-8833, and mention this ad for special pricing.
From simple sprains to highly complex surgeries, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County has been serving the South Florida community for over 65 years with the finest orthopedic and pediatric care. Our physicians are each experts in their field, providing a complete spectrum of musculoskeletal care from prevention and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation for every part of the body in both children and adults. Our doctors are able to perform the most advanced treatment options available, including PRP therapy, stem cell, arthroscopic surgery, and microsurgery. At the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, we are dedicated to providing a comprehensive solution to get you back to your routine as quickly as possible, in the shortest period of time, with the least amount of inconvenience. With 3 beautiful new offices located in Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, and Wellington, we are able to provide much-needed care to families in the South Florida area. Give us a call at 561-967-6500. From our experienced physicians to the most advanced treatment options to our state-of-the-art facilities and excellent support staff, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County is committed to providing you with the very best care. Call us at 561-967-6500 or find us at www.ocpbc.com.
Hey, grab your glass of Merlot.
Or your cup of coffee. And if you want to join in on the fun, give us a call at 888-565-1470.
Let's rejoin the 2 broads from Boca. Hey, welcome back. We're the 2 broads from Boca. I am Dawn Grauberg.
And I am Dr. Amelia Schreibman.
You know, the more we watch our videos, the more we criticize what we look like. But it's not even our videos. That's the cartoon
The
caricature of us.
cartoons. I just like they gave me boobs. That was the best. Yeah, there you go.
You can have my pad
Is
of
that
bra.
hysterical?
I'll share.
It's so I today I look like I have a really bad tan in that picture.
I share.
It's
I don't know.
so
My
funny.
clothes seem like they're getting bigger or smaller, but a lot more is showing than used to show.
The naked is the new black.
It is naked
There
is
you
the
go.
new nude is the new black. It's the new neutral.
There you go.
all neutral.
Nothing wrong with it. You got it. Want it.
We were talking to Andrea Cohen, family mediator, and that mediation is really a segue. Before you have to go to court, you may not even have to go to court. Saves on expenses. Hopefully it helps the emotions, the volatility calm down, because the mediator not represents, but works with both sides.
So they're very neutral.
So there should be a neutral platform. We wanted to talk about some of the pros and cons of mediation
That's
versus
what I'd like to know.
you getting an attorney, your spouse getting an attorney, and everything that goes on.
Letting the anger fester.
Well, we have talked about the money issue, that going through mediation, if you're able to settle, will save usually a lot of money, because you're not going, I mean, some court cases can last months, some years.
Jesus.
So if you're going back and forth, so that's also a lot of big, it's a big time saver to not do that. One of the things I think, though, that is very, very important is that if you are able to settle your case in mediation, you are actually coming to the agreement on your own. It's mutually agreed. It's voluntary. A mediator cannot force you to sign any agreement. A mediator is solely there to help you come to an agreement on your own together. So you have control over your life. You get to decide, well, this is best for us. However, if you go to court and you go to trial and the judge makes the decision, you no longer have control over your life.
That would not be
It's
good.
those choices. It always comes back to choices, right?
All about
Absolutely.
the choice.
Absolutely. Sometimes you have to say, well, in mediation, you don't get everything that you want. Actually, a successful mediation is usually both people walking away saying, well, this wasn't great, but it's something I can do. Okay. Because if somebody's thrilled and somebody's miserable, there was a problem in the mediation. Sure. Something happened. There was some distress. Somebody agreed to something that they didn't want, and in the end, that doesn't work.
So good mediation is really compromise.
Good mediation is
what you should be doing in the marriage to begin with. But
well, that's why you have a third party.
Things happen.
No,
that's why you have a third neutral party in mediation, because apparently
it's like what they say: his, hers, and then the truth. His
Yes.
story, your story, and then the truth.
Absolutely. And when
You're like a superhero.
I don't know about a superhero, but it's something that I enjoy doing, because I really like the idea that they get something settled and they can go home and get on with their lives and no longer have to worry about all this other stuff going on. It helps keep, because clearly when you're getting divorced, you don't have a great relationship going on, but especially if you have children, you have to be able to co-parent.
I agree.
And going through litigation just brings you farther and farther and farther apart and less able to speak to each other. And if you can avoid that and not get further apart than you already are, that's an advantage to everyone.
I agree.
Especially the children. We talked about last week on Rabbi Jenny's show, things happen, couples separate, they get divorced, things change.
It is.
But if you can stay neutral, supportive for the kids, because when you're raising children, what are we doing? That's what it's all about. Mommy should be happy, daddy should be happy, but you know what? The kids should be happy.
Well, Andrea and I
to
were just
pull
talking
them
about that.
And taking sides makes it so difficult. So if you can come to a neutral territory and say, you know what, let's just make this for the betterment of our family as a whole, because ultimately you still are a family.
Right.
You still are the parents of these children.
We just talked about that, and we said to stay together for children sometimes is not.
It's not always the right thing.
It's not, because you're teaching. We both discussed that you're teaching them that that's what love is about, and love's not supposed to be like that. So I think it's important that you have that mediator to say, hey, it's okay. You want to separate, but we got to think about other things.
Well, the mediator's job is to sort of, in the midst of probably the worst time in someone's life, be able to calm them down enough to think.
Right.
Because usually if you can get people to think, they know it's the right thing. I mean, people know what's the right thing.
Now, do you meet jointly always, or do you meet separately first?
Well, it depends on who's walking in. If possible, I like to have if possible, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not a good idea to start that way.
Okay.
But if it's possible, I like to have a little joint session at the beginning just to explain what mediation is, what my job is, what's going to happen. I explain the confidentiality of mediation, which is something that's very important, because what people don't also understand is they think, okay, well, we go into mediation and I am going to say something and offer something, and then later it's going to come back to haunt me because we're going to go to court and they're going to say, hey, well, they offered this in mediation, so clearly they can do it. But the truth of the matter is anything that happens in mediation is confidential.
Like Vegas?
You cannot,
Like Vegas. Not like our show.
No.
you cannot use it outside of that. So somebody couldn't take something that was said in mediation and go into court and use it against you.
Oh,
So
I like that.
Yeah, that's
It's like HIPAA.
Yeah,
in our
much.
world.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question. What if they do go and then they bring something up? Do they do like strike from the record and stuff like that?
It's inadmissible. We watch TV.
Sustained. I
We watch
those
movies.
Well, what normally happens if the mediation doesn't happen and then they go to litigation, they have attorneys, and attorneys know better, and that's a big no-no.
Okay.
And so the attorneys won't do that because that's a huge no-no, and they don't want to walk into court and have a judge say, wait a minute, you know better than that.
Okay.
So that's not usually much of an issue.
What's one of your most heartwarming stories?
I was just going to say that.
Ah, see, we think the same.
It's very sad.
Well, honestly, they sort of all are. Of course, the ones that have children involved are more heartwarming because you can say, well, you were able to help the family. When there's no kids involved, really, they just need to work it out, and then they never have to talk to each other again, basically. And so that's not as hard. It's much harder when you have to figure out how to get people to talk. And I did have a situation once where they weren't even speaking to each other. We started off in separate rooms. We never got together. But going back and forth, I was able to get them to think. And as they were thinking, they were able to remember that as much as they didn't like the person right now, they did love that person. And that person,
nice.
and
That's
that person is the other
important.
person, that their child's mother, their child's father.
That's what it comes down to.
I think the best gift you can give your children is showing how much you love their mother or their father.
We don't have to like someone. But you should
just-
respect them.
Yes, I agree.
How can people find you if they want to reach out to you?
Okay, if you want to find me, let me give you my number, and you can call me, ask for Andrea Cohen.
Oh, and it's right
I
there
will-
as well.
Oh, there we go. There's
There
my
it is.
number. You can give me a call, and I will do what I can to help.
Can you tell people who are listening on the radio?
Okay, I forgot about that. My number is 954-857-5790.
Her name is Andrea Cohen, Certified Family Mediator.
And you have a website or?
I do have a website. It's very long. It's Family Mediation Center, South Florida. We've been having some website glitches with the email and everything else, so better just to give me a call. I do get back to you usually within the day, 24 hours at the latest, and we can discuss what's going on. But also, I'm not the only Supreme Court certified family mediator. And so if you did want to look up and find them, because I know part of the problem is finding mediators when you don't have lawyers, where do you go? Where do you get them? So there's a website called floridacourts.org. It's flcourts.org. It's all lowercase letters. And you go in there, there's a mediator search. I believe it's at the bottom of the page. You click on mediator search. And then when you click on that, you choose the kind of mediator you want. And of course, in this situation, you pick family, and then you can pick the county that you're looking for, run report, and you get a full line of every Supreme Court certified family mediator in that county. In the
Thank you.
area you want.
No, it's very, very interesting.
thorough. All right. flcourts.org. Go in, extensive search engine.
Or call Andrea.
Or call Andrea.
Call me, I'll help you
Andrea,
out.
thank you so much for joining us.
You're very
Wow,
welcome.
our 30 minutes goes quicker and
Very,
quicker.
very fast.
I don't know. We really need to go to an hour. But you know what? We always leave you wanting to come back for more.
Noah said tonight, you got to go for the hour.
Go for the hour.
Gotta
Get
go for the
our
hour.
switch flipped. Anyway, have a wonderful
switch
week.
flipped.
We'll see you next week with Dr. Ezra Berkowitz from Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County.
Awesome sauce.
We're flipping our switch. Have a
Hopefully.
great week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thanks.
You've been hanging with the two broads from Boca.
If you have gained some confidence or an idea to create a better day, then we have made a difference.
Join us every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on WWNN.
Give us a call, feel inspired as we continue to open those doors and have some fun.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.